Hello, my name's Chuck. I'm excited to do this videotape interview. I don't do many of them. Uh, so I appreciate the questions and the interviewing process. I think it's very useful. I want to do my best to answer the questions. So the first question is, why am I interested in this position? I love the name Zen Psychiatry, I really enjoy that name. I loved your video also. I thought it was really appropriate and reciprocal as far as getting to know you. I did look at a lot of your material. I really relate to your story. I have been an addict and alcoholic in long-term recovery, and I was a fighter most of my career and have 8 major surgeries. So pain and addiction have been my teachers, and so I really related to that, and I thought that was a real connection. The other thing is, I've spent 45 years in this particular business, and I've been integrating behavioral health and wellness. And I think that psychiatry is not done a great job of that, which is disappointing to me. I've worked with many psychiatrists over the years and found it very stimulating and motivating as far as learning and the relationships I've had in those areas. So that's another attraction as far as the position goes. Um, Psychiatry is so much more than medication management, and I think that's the rep it has. So your integration and holistic approach is something that I've been doing for quite some time, and so that really highly interests me. Um, I'm trying to think other things. Those are the main reasons I'm attracted to the job. Um, the second question was, what am I good at professionally? Well, I've been in the field for 45 years, so I've run 8 or 9 treatment centers. I've been a therapist for 40 plus years. I've been in martial arts for 60 years. I'm a musician as well. I have a very eclectic approach. Um, what I'm really good at is I've done my own work for many decades, which allows me to be more effective when I'm working with others. I can see my own projections, which are pretty much 100% of the time. And that way I can really learn to listen and be in the other person's perspective. So I'm good at that. I'm really good at emotional management or healing. I don't quite like the word regulation. It's a little bit clinical for me. Um, I really integrate a lot of Eastern psychology and philosophy. So I was a philosophy major in college and actually taught some philosophy at University of Kentucky. I do quite a bit. I'm a meditation instructor and mindfulness instructor, have been for many decades. And that's a big part of my practice on a daily basis. So I think I'm fairly articulate in making complex concepts more simple to understand. I think that's an advantage I have. My assumption is that I'm already connected to everything and everybody, so it's easier to be who I am and look at what's keeping me from being who I am, rather than striving or efforting to be who I am. So that's a basic foundation that's served me well in my personal and professional career. Um, I think I'm a good role model for many of my clients by just being who I am, and I lived most of my life being an approval seeker, and I had my own dramas to deal with, and have worked through those and gained some wisdom and humility. So I think that makes me a little bit more effective. Um, I am very spiritually oriented, but am able to talk about that in ways that are not religious or scary to people. More universal language. Language is very important to me. I totally believe that what you think, how you articulate what you think, and what you do becomes who you are. So I'm big on the words I use. Um, so I think that gets most of the second question. Um, what am I not interested in or good at? Um, I really, I don't want to be in a situation where there's no value for creativity, intuition, thinking out of the box, being micromanaged. I really like working with a team. I also work well individually. I think I've got a fair balance on things. Um, I if I don't like something, like most people, I don't like documentation, and I have to do a lot of it. I've gotten better at it. I'd much rather deal with people than administrative tasks, but I can get them done, and I'm very responsible, so I will do that. So that's pretty much that question. Uh, my ideal work environment. At this stage of my career, I'm really interested in working with people that I can learn from and relate to, and have are like-minded and have common values, missions, and goals that I do. And I feel like the Zen psychiatry, and you in particular, do. So I really connected with that. I would be excited about being a part of developing what you're doing. I think psychiatry really needs what you're doing as far as expanding it to its original intent, which is more holistic and integrative than just medication management. So I would be excited to be part of that creative endeavor. I think that's mostly, I want to be around people who are motivated and bright and willing to share in creating something that really is necessary, which I feel like what you're doing is. Where would I like to be in the next 3 to 5 years? Well, I want to have a big footprint on influencing change. I want to assist people to identify their values and their why, and give them tools to live that way. Whether they be it doesn't matter who they are. I do this with Uber drivers, or when I'm at the bank talking to the teller, or if I'm running group or doing individual or doing a big lecture. I see the big picture. I'm an abstract thinker, but I also can be very detailed. So, of course, I'd like to make more money and work less. I'm working on that. So, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So, looking forward to getting an interview and talking with you personally. And hope this video gives you a good idea or feel of my energy, frequency, and intent. Thank you.